I'm just going to quickly run through the 10 things that you kind of essentially need when you're traveling with dogs that we've discovered over these last few months. I'll make it quick, but I'll just put some overlay over the stuff that I talk about so that I don't have to sit here and actually pick up each thing. Okay, so number one is a fence or a long line. Now we prefer the fence because Roxy's old and we have 2 dogs, and we don't want them getting tangled up, and it's not worth it. I don't really like the long line, so we opted for a fence, which has been perfect. Okay, travel bowls. That's the only thing I didn't get out, but it's essentially, you want some pop-up bowls, something that's easy to throw in your backpack. I didn't think about it until we started hiking, and then I was like, oh, this is stupid, I should have bought a water bowl. So, poop bags. Bit obvious, but don't forget your poop bags, as we did in episode 1. Some campsites have the stations around, but most don't. Although I think that's the neighbours turning up, and then this is super awkward if they are. I think it's the neighbours. I'm just going to pretend I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm inside now because the neighbours came back and that was super awkward. Number 4, deodoriser or cleaner. Yes, don't forget to pick up some of the Pet Fresh or whatever brand you use, Nature's Miracle, just in case your dog has an accident or it just starts to smell in their camper because you have dogs. Okay, number 5, bones, kongs, treat balls, toys, all that good stuff. We use kongs here. We freeze them and then we give them to the dogs when we leave, when we're going out. We also have the treat balls around, which we just fill up and let them play with outside. If it's a really miserable day, they can play with them inside just to take the edge off and get their brains working. Number 6, towels. Bring your dog towels. I forgot the first time again, but we have been on many hikes where it has been raining or we've been to the beach and I don't want to be using my nice towels, so we have about 20 dog towels that we have, and even just to put on the floor when it's raining and you come in and everything is gross, you don't want to use your nice stuff for that, so grab some dog towels. Okay, beds. So we bought Roxy's big bed and that was kind of stupid because she's had a couple of accidents and we can't wash that, so we end up buying like the crate mat type beds. I haven't got one here, but you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, I can always put a picture of it in the links. But just the small flat beds are so much easier just to throw in the wash, and you can put a bunch on top of each other if you want to make it more comfortable for the dog, but don't bring those big bulky dog beds, it's completely pointless. Food. I just wanted to, it's obvious you need to bring dog food, but I will say that the Honest Kitchen or the Spot Farms dehydrated food has been better for us because they come in the boxes, which it's like a £8 box and it makes it like 40 pounds of feed. It's like a porridge almost. These are great because we can just stack them all up in the cupboards rather than lugging about a £40 bag of dog food. It's just pointless. Okay, leashes and flexi leashes. I know I'll get a lot of stick for this, but we do use flexi leashes, and that is purely because they're on leash all the time, and I only use 4-foot walking leashes on like day-to-day hikes and stuff, but around the campsite if you just want them to wander off and go do their business, I do find the flexis easier for that. I am not for them at all, but they have come in handy whilst being on a campsite. Number 10, your grooming equipment. Don't forget your nail clippers, your brush, your teeth brush, all that fun stuff, and first aid kit. Do not forget first aid kit. The first thing that Roxy did was she cut her elbow, and I realised I really didn't have any vet wrap, which is ridiculous because I'm sure I have about 18 rolls of it at home. So bring your vet wrap, bring any gauze or anything like that, because they do cut themselves and, you know, they split their nail or whatever, and you want to have all that stuff to hand. We always have the quick stop anyway for when we're cutting nails, which comes in super handy even if they have any little nicks on their ears. And then we obviously have the Furminator for Jax because he sheds so much. That's probably our favourite brush ever. I mean, we actually bought this about 13 years ago for the Dobermans, but as you can imagine, they don't shed that much. We got a bit out, but it's still, the amount they're worth is absolutely worth it. This brush has been, I don't know, 11 years old and still going. Okay, hopefully I've done that in 5 minutes. I probably haven't. Maybe we need to cut it and stuff. I try not to make it too long. I'm going to do 2 bonus items, and the first one is if you're a runner and you like to run with your dog, don't forget your harness and your running leash. Make sure nothing too restrictive on the dog's legs and everything. We also have a belt that clips the leash to, so that when running we can have our hands free. And a toy box, because if you're anything like me and your dogs have 1,000 toys, you probably want somewhere to store them. And I still go and buy them toys whenever we're out, and Lawrence still gets annoyed with me, but hey, it keeps them entertained. So anyway, that's 10 things that you should definitely consider taking with you when you're travelling with your dogs. I hope that was helpful.